cousins, welcome back to Alley's Zone. 10:32 a.m. Courtesy, thoughtful, polite, good manners. That's you. Hope. So I feel like you're non-confrontational. You just cool. You smooth sailing. It's just a smooth ride. It's like you just cooling for real. Outsider, loner, wanderer, misfit, immortal, and jealousy. The consuming family, pressure of peers, and jealousy, envy, punishment, and changing course. So it could be somebody upset that you're moving on, changing courses, changing directions. Like they don't like that. But I feel like you're very demure, very mindful, very polite, very thoughtful. I feel like you cool and you. So supernatural, miraculous, otherworldly, inexplainable, and free will. All of a sudden, something happens to where you're free. You're very independent. You're very much a free spirit. You're very much a loner and a wanderer, but that actually works out for you. It's like that's the reason that you can I don't know. It's like that's the reason that you can move forward. Like you're divine makes sure that you have everything that you want. But I feel like it's due to your behavior. It's how you deal with things. It's how you choose to go about things. Because you definitely have jealousy on the end of this. I don't feel like you're jealous, but I do feel like somebody's jealous. They're envious. They're trying to punish you. Knowledge. They could be studying you, trying to learn you, trying to educate themselves on you. Yeah, knowledge. But I feel like you're aware of that though. But supernatural free will and knowledge is because you speaking the truth. I feel like it's like the energy just comes with the territory. I feel like it wouldn't even just be one person. I feel like it's multiple people, but I feel like it's one of those things where you like, man, I'm not really feeling that. It's like, it's okay. It's cool. You have a miracle getting ready to happen. Something completely unexplainable that just sets you free. And it's due to you being thoughtful, politeful, good manners, being courteous. Adventure time. The call of night. Daring, adventurous, excitement. Yeah, discipline. Your discipline kicks in. Your training kicks in. Your consistency, your practice, it all kicks in. It's like, how many times are you going to fall for the same trap? You just stop. Yeah, primal this is when you answering questions on like a questionnaire or whatever it is, and they or like a test. They ask you a question and then you answer it, and then you do some more questions, and the same question formed like reworded in a whole nother way comes back, and they ask you again, and then you answer it the same answer that you did before, and then 10 more questions, and they ask you the question again, just reworded again, and it's like, damn, how many times you gonna ask me the same question? It's like, how many times are you gonna fall into this trap? Yeah, seduction, manipulation, desire, and allure. How many times are you gonna fall into the trap and you just don't? It's like, it's almost like you look at something like, all right, you got on one end, you got free will, you got independence, free spirit, just doing like, full energy, do what you want. On another end, you manipulated, you're gonna be fucked up. Which one you choosing? You chose right. But I feel like it's after you finally went through the 100-question test and finally answered all the tricky worded questions, you worded them right. Yeah, hunter. So this is like preparing for, it's like a mock whatever this is. I feel like you just kept going through the same scenario over and over and over and over and over until you finally figured out how to deal with it, which may simply be not to fucking deal with it. What's this? So you learned heavy maturity, you learned heavy discipline, and it's like self-learned, self-taught. Yeah, nobility, high honor, standards, idealistic. Yeah, eternal youth, newness, vitality, energy. It's easy to put your energy into something negative, into some type of temptation and seductive situation. It's harder to not do that. Way harder to not do that. Like, it's the hardest thing to do is to see an opening and not take it. And I feel like that's exactly, you've learned that. Like, literally the hardest thing to do is to see an opening and not take it. You raise your standards. It's what you want compared to what's going on. Again, it's like, all right, I keep falling for the same dumbass trap over and over and over, and this is how it keeps turning out. Let me see what happens if I change this up some. Yeah, no, yeah. Death rites. Saying goodbye, formal occasion, honoring lives. You finally decided to change this whole thing up. And that's Scorpio energy. You finally ended something, transformed the whole thing. And then supernatural. Yeah, I feel like you just finally let it go. Like, something is just, it's gonna be you or everybody else. Like, who it's gonna be? Who do you think is important? What do you think is important? I feel like you finally decided you were most important. Yeah, compassion, empathy, simpatico, kindness, and religion. You finally switched up the rules, or you broke the rules, because it's like, yeah, it's time to move on. It's time to move forward. Yeah, and then you got jealousy and changing course. So I don't think this is you, but I feel like if you definitely changing course, you got people slutty as fuck, or at least somebody specifically looking at you crazy as hell. But you didn't fall for the trap. You didn't fall for the temptation. You don't fall for the manipulation. You just don't fall for it. It's because you're stronger than that. And when you want something to change. I feel like you made up your mind about the whole thing. Like, yeah, I want the whole thing to change. So now nothing can tear you away from forward movement. It just can't. I'll be right back.